Have you ever woken up with a heavy heart, staring at a future filled with uncertainty? Maybe you're wondering if the bills will get paid, if your dreams will come true, or if you'll ever break free from the chaos. What if there's a light that never fails no matter how dark it gets? That light is found in Psalm 27, and when paired with the success principles of Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, it becomes a blueprint for unshakable faith and unstoppable action. In this video, we're diving deep into the wisdom of Psalm 27 to show you how to conquer fear, ignite your resilience, and transform your life with faith-driven action. If you're ready to turn anxiety into confidence, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and let's get started. Life can feel like a storm. Financial struggles, broken relationships, dreams that seem out of reach. We've all faced moments where fear creeps in, whispering doubts about tomorrow. But Psalm 27, written by David in the midst of his own battles, declares with unshakable conviction, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" This isn't just a verse, it's a mindset, a shield against every obstacle trying to hold you back. Napoleon Hill taught that faith is the spark that turns thought into action. He said, "Faith is the chemical element that, when mixed with thought, ignites creative action." When you align your mind with the light of faith, you don't just survive the storm, you thrive in it. Today we're going to unpack Psalm 27 verse by verse, blending its spiritual power with Hill's practical success strategies to give you tools you can use right now to overcome fear, build resilience, and achieve your goals. But first, I need you to make a bold move. In the comments, write, "The Lord is my light." This is your declaration that you're choosing faith over fear, action over doubt, light over darkness. Do it now, and let's begin this transformation together. Let's start with the first truth, light in the darkest times. Psalm 27:1 says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Imagine David, surrounded by enemies, his life on the line, yet he writes these words. He's not denying the darkness, he's choosing to focus on the light. This is where Napoleon Hill's teachings come alive. Hill believed that clarity of mind is the foundation of success. Without clarity, you hesitate, you second-guess, you sabotage yourself. Faith, as David's light, gives you that clarity. It doesn't promise a problem-free life, but it illuminates your next step. Think about your own life. Maybe you're facing a financial crisis, a job loss, or a dream that feels impossible. The world screams chaos, but faith whispers direction. Hill said, "Fear is just a state of mind, and a state of mind can be controlled." So how do you apply this today? Start your morning with a faith affirmation. Say out loud, "The Lord is my light and my salvation." Even if your mind resists, speak it. This plants seeds of strength. Next, write down your fears, those nagging thoughts holding you back. Beside each one, counter it with a truth from Psalm 27 or a principle of faith. For example, if you fear failure, write, "God is my strength and I will succeed." Finally, take one small action. Send that email, make that call, take that step. Faith doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It moves in the mess. David didn't win because he was fearless. He won because he trusted his source. Hill called faith the trigger for the creative mind. Combine faith with action, and you're unstoppable. That light is already in you, let it shine. Next, let's talk about building an inner fortress. Psalm 27:1 continues, "The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" David wasn't talking about physical walls, but an unshakable inner strength. Napoleon Hill echoed this, saying, "Every adversity carries the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit." Your struggles today are building your greatest strengths tomorrow. Too often we seek security in external things, money, status, approval, but true strength comes from within. Faith, courage, and self-discipline form a fortress no storm can destroy. Picture yourself in a tough moment. A boss criticizes you unfairly, or a family conflict drains you. Your instinct is to crumble or fight back. But what if you stood firm, anchored in faith? Hill taught that emotional control is the bedrock of success. Without it, wealth slips away, decisions falter, and exhaustion wins. To build your fortress, start with a daily ritual. Spend 5 minutes in silence, reading Psalm 27 or meditating on a verse that lifts you. Declare, "The Lord is my strength." Feed your mind with uplifting content. Avoid the news cycle of despair. Choose books, podcasts, or videos that inspire growth. Act despite fear. Every time you push through discomfort, your fortress grows stronger. David's strength didn't come from his sword, but from his certainty in a greater power. Hill's success principles rest on the same truth. A strong mind sustains any victory. Where are you building your fortress? When it's rooted in faith, no storm can bring you down. Now let's tackle the invisible enemies. Psalm 27:2 says, "When the wicked advance against me to devour me, it is my enemies and my foes who will stumble and fall." David faced real armies, but today's biggest battles are in your mind. Doubt, anxiety, procrastination, fear of failure. These are the enemies that sabotage your dreams. Napoleon Hill called this controlling the dominant thought. He said, "A mind dominated by positive thoughts and faith becomes an impenetrable shield." How many times have you started a project with excitement, only to abandon it when doubt crept in? Those whispers of "you're not good enough" or "it won't work" are your invisible foes. Psalm 27 tells us they'll stumble, not you, if you stand firm. Here's how to fight back. First, identify your enemies. Take 5 minutes to write down the thoughts holding you back. Be specific. "I'm afraid of failing my business," or "I doubt I'll ever be financially free." Next, counter each with a faith-based affirmation. "For I'm not good enough, right? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Repeat these daily. Repetition builds mental muscle. Finally, act. Action breaks the cycle of doubt. Even a small step, like researching a skill or reaching out to a mentor, proves you're stronger than your fears. David didn't negotiate with doubt. Hill didn't let fear stop him. Will you let these enemies define you, or will you make them stumble with your faith? Let's move to active waiting. Psalm 27:14 says, "Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord." Waiting feels like torture in our instant gratification world, but David's waiting wasn't passive. It was active, filled with trust and effort. Napoleon Hill reinforced this. Patience, persistence, and sweat make an unbeatable combination for success. Success demands consistent action, even when results are invisible. Think of David, anointed king as a boy, but waiting years through persecution before taking the throne. He didn't quit. He built, prayed, and acted. How many dreams have you abandoned because the payoff wasn't immediate? To wait actively, set small, consistent goals. Write 1 email, read 1 chapter, save $1. Daily steps keep you moving. Avoid comparisons. Your timeline isn't anyone else's. Feed your heart with life-giving words. Meditate on Psalm 27 or affirmations like, "My time is coming." Use waiting to grow. Study, refine your skills, prepare. Waiting isn't a delay. It's a test of readiness. God isn't holding you back, He's strengthening you for what's ahead. Wait with faith, act with courage, and trust the process. Finally, let's explore the power of intimacy.